Um, so I have a lot of free time on my hands and decided why not comprise everything that I have been feeling or thinking about and just start a YouTube channel, because you can't be having all these thoughts by yourself and not having somebody to share them with. Yes, I have friends. Yes, they're cool. Yes, we conversate. But sometimes it's easier to get a global opinion, right? A global worldview. Some people agree, some people don't. Intermixing. That's what social media is for. So today, I had a feeling, an epiphany, a realization, a thought. But before I get to that, I have a random question. How many of y'all are obsessed with that God high as much as I am? Cause you have no idea. I am addicted to God. I am addicted to Him giving me guidance. I am addicted to having Him talk to me. I am addicted to just every little bit of aspect, Him controlling every part of my life. That is what I live for. That is what I want. And I know most people are gonna be like, wow, that is so cool. A new born again Christian, a Christian who just received the word of God, who is receiving all these blessings. That is so good. A man who is after God's heart, much like David was. And I just have to say, yeah, I want his heart by myself, for myself. Y'all suckers can't have it. Okay. Sorry, old tendencies. I have a tendency of doing that. Time to calm down. Calm down, my boy. Calm down. I'm not here for theatrics. But generally speaking, I was just a thought that came by. Feeling this. Let's see how far it goes. Let's go. So, I realized that in my new trying to find God in Him, trying to ask Him, hey God, can you help me out? Can you help me out with certain things? I've become obsessed with the idea of hearing God. I've been obsessed with the idea of Him guiding me through every single direction. And at first I was like, yeah, that's a good thing. Until those days when you can't hear anything. Those days where you feel completely isolated. Like the thing that you've been wanting, the person that you relied on is no longer there. And that is something that I'm sure many Christians might have. My Christians may go through it. There's just nothing but silence, nothing but calm. Nothing is too crazy, nothing is too heavy, nothing is too wild. Everything is just not even close. Everything is just calm. But sometimes, because of the way religion has been viewed, there are cases where people confuse spirituality with Christianity, and spirituality is ascending from a mortal plane into the spiritual realm, looking at angels, high-fiving angels, high-fiving spiritual beings. That is spirituality, whereas Christianity dealing with Christian, or in this case Jesus Christ, dealing with Jesus Christ, who is the moral compass of our religion, and not even of our religion, but the moral compass of our life. Man, so I've been trying, ever since I heard of things like the spiritual realm, I've been so obsessed with wanting to feel that high, and every time I talk to God, you get that high, you get that fire, you feel like you can conquer anything. And for the past 6 months, I've been doing nothing but chasing that particular high, the high of feeling like God is close to me, feeling like, oh my God, I am so above everything else. I'm cruising. My life is good because I know God got me. And the only way I thought God got me was when He was by my side, when I felt that high. Whereas there's situations where in the silence is where God can sometimes speak the most to you. Not when everything is good, not when the fire is lit, but when you're compact, where you're in that state of not even zen, but nothing. Where there is nothing, he will create something. Where there is nothing, he'll create everything. And today, because most of the things that I do relate with my girlfriend, her and I have had moments, because her and I call all the time, we've had moments where we're just on the phone and we're talking. There's that silence. There's that slight bit of silence. Not even slight. At times when it's prolonged silence, just nothing. And I have a tendency of freaking out and thinking, oh my God, there's silence. She doesn't love me no more. Oh my God, there's silence. I'm boring. Oh my gosh, there's silence. This is where the relationship ends. And then we go to sleep because we're on the phone. Everybody goes to sleep. I wake up the next day, we call again, and everything is fine. And my fears and my worries completely erased. And that's something that I feel like I've been doing with God as well, where I want constant reassurance that I'm fine. Constant reassurance that, oh, you're still my son. I love you. And I thought by him talking to me, that would encourage me to always go like, yeah, I'm good. But in the same situation as my girlfriend, I realized that sometimes in the silence is where I find God more. I find him when everything is just quiet. He's quiet, but he's doing something. You know, the faith, that whole faith is believing things that are non-existent. And in that silence is where I'm like, I feel like you're moving me. I feel like he's doing something. I don't know what. He's not calling me. He's not saying, hey, he's not showing himself to me. He's not pushing me to any direction. He's just still. And much like with my girlfriend, in those silences when I'm looking at her and I'm just looking at her and there's really nothing, and my love for her just grows. Much like God, I feel like in that silence, I just grow as a person. I grow with him. And I feel like that is something that many Christians may deal with, where everything is just calm, everything is just silent. Nothing is going up, nothing is going down, everything is just leveled. And in that moment, I want y'all to know that that is where God creates his biggest miracles for you. Sometimes it's not the craziest thing, but you will learn something within the silence. So when you don't hear anything, where you don't feel anything, where you don't understand anything, just have faith. Just have faith that the next morning, the next day, the next season, everything will be fine. That is my message to you today. I had feelings, and now I have finally decided to share them with each and every one of you. And like, subscribe, do all those good things that YouTube like to do. And no matter what time zone you're in, morning, day, night, I hope God blesses you. Love y'all.